Just before the beginning of King Caesar Road in Duxbury is the Spar Soak, a property of the Duxbury Rural and Historical Society. There stands a monument to Honest Dick, a faithful horse who died in 1846. Here's the story.
The Spar Soak is an area in Duxbury that sits off of Bay Pond Road, just before it intersects Powder Point Avenue. Driving past, this marsh appears unremarkable. In the heyday of Duxbury's shipbuilding era, though, this land, or more specifically, the water running through here, played an important role. Timber was soaked and stored in the saltwater ponds to keep them from warping before the shipbuilders turned them into masts. But there's another connection to Duxbury's shipbuilding history on this site. It sits tucked away in a nest of trees, barely visible from the street. It's a 6-foot-high brick memorial building holding a beautifully carved epitaph to a horse named Honest Dick. What's the story behind this touching tribute, and why is it here? Born in 1817, Honest Dick was the noble, loyal horse that served Duxbury's most prominent shipbuilding family, the Westons. Ezra Weston, known as King Caesar in the shipbuilding world, began constructing small fishing sloops and schooners in the 1760s. In the 1790s, he and his son, Ezra II, known as King Caesar II, set their sights on becoming a transoceanic merchant force, aspiring to sell and ship everything from cod to cotton. To achieve this, they began building bigger ships. They succeeded, but didn't like how extremely high cordage costs were choking their profits. To alleviate this, King Caesar II built a rope walk, and the family began making their own cordage to fit the ships he was building. One of his earliest employees at the rope walk was Honest Dick. Honest Dick worked in the cellar of a narrow, 1,000-foot-long building. From dawn to dusk, he walked a circular track, pushing a big wheel into motion and powering the machinery above that his human co-workers needed to twist strands into rope. Manufacturing cordage is extremely labor-intensive, and horses were often used in rope walks this way. These beautiful beasts provided the muscle needed to help make the process more efficient and less arduous for the humans involved. For 3 generations, Honest Dick served the Weston family. He saw the shipbuilding empire through its years of peak production and prosperity to its eventual decline. When Honest Dick died in 1846, his death coincided with the end of an era for the Weston family. With the passing of King Caesar II a few years before their horse, the new generation of Westons were simply not as interested in keeping the business going. But more significantly, external forces were at play in the downfall as well. Railroads and steamships were quickly becoming the preferred mode of transporting goods and travel. Faster clipper ships were replacing the slower Duxbury vessels. Replacing these clippers required a depth deeper than the Duxbury Bay could provide, so many of the shipbuilders moved to Boston. Sensing all these changes, the sons perhaps saw the death of Honest Dick as closing the book on a final chapter in this part of their family's history. They commemorated this moment in time with a heartfelt and fitting permanent tribute to their loyal workhorse. Shortly after Honest Dick died, the Weston sons tore down the rope walk. On the site, they buried Honest Dick and erected the monument. When the property was later sold, Honest Dick's memorial was moved here to the Spar Soak location, where we stand reading this eulogy to a beloved and steadfast family friend. Some of the most touching tributes to the past can be found just off the beaten path, like this brief remembrance of Honest Dick, a loyal, hard-working horse with a history deeply rooted in Duxbury's shipbuilding past. Thanks for spending time with the local scene. If you enjoyed this video by The Local Scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.